Hey, welcome back. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to show you using Google Earth the topography of the land that I own on the river, and I'm going to sketch it out right now. I'm going to draw. I'm looking for the polygon tool. There we go. I'm going to make a path, kind of give you a rough idea of my property lines. And again, it's a rough idea, but you can see the part of the land and the topography of it and how I was affected by certain geological formations. And the reason I thought about this was I've watched a guy. The name of his channel is, hold on a minute, it is the Geo Models. And I can't think of the guy's name. Maybe I can find it here. No, doesn't say much about him, just the Geo Models. I'll put a link at the end of this video, so if you want to check out his stuff, you can really see in detail the causes and the effects of how this storm affected the area of western North Carolina. So looking back at the map that I pulled off of, I did a screen capture that, so I got this after I looked at Google Maps. What I'm drawing out now is the area that was washed away on the far end of the bridge. I say far end because it's the opposite end of where the road is. But that whole area right there was washed away. Now, again, this is a guesstimate. And I know it's blurry, but that's what it is. So that was what was washed out from the river surge. So now I am moving over to an area where I'm trying to show you the creek. Yeah, there's the creek. And I'm following it between the Monument Maker building and the little stone house. I zoomed out a little bit so you can get some perspective, but it's going right from where that arrow is. It's going to go up the road, and I'll show you a better typographical map in a minute. But I'm just kind of sort of sketching out the area of this little creek. It's pretty small. On a normal day, it's about 1.5 feet wide, and it goes further up the river. I'm going to zoom out here. I think I do. Well, I move it, but you can start to see more of it, and you can see all the trees on either side of it. And it goes right up the hill, which I'll show you with a 3D perspective. Yeah, now you can really see how it's quite gouged out from years and years and years of water running down it. Typically not torrential like we had recently, but this is pretty much, and you can see that a huge swath of land has been pushed away because this river has been pushing the land away for years, probably hundreds of years. But it gives you an idea of height, it's not, you really can't see the height, but you can take my word for it. This is a pretty substantial elevation in comparison to where my property is and the road is. So that's what I'm showing you here. And this caused a huge mudslide onto my property, bringing down massive trees, massive boulders, and rocks. I mean, I've never seen so many rocks, and you know, anyway, I've shown you those in the previous videos, but this gives you an idea of where it came from. And I don't know if you can tell that this is a valley. The river rather, is in a valley, and it goes up on both sides. But there was no landslides because there was no gullies or streams on the side that's opposite the road. So right now I'm just kind of drawing out the property lines again, just to give you, again, they're rough, just to give you an idea of the property lines, so you have an idea of what how it affected my property, which is what I'm talking about in all of these videos. So I tried to find the altitude of the stream on the other side of the river, and I couldn't find that, but I can tell you there's a road that goes to the peak and it zigzags. So anytime it zigzags, you know it's got to be a pretty steep elevation and high altitude. Now I'm just trying to redraw the actual area that I think is my property. It's tough to tell, but it really doesn't matter. It's what matters is that this is, and this was taken after, I believe, after we repaired the bridge. Now I'm showing you a 3D imagery, and this is like me on top of that hill that drained down into my property. And I'm going to see if I can, well, those are the 3 houses that got washed away. Right, and I'm going to show you where the campground is too. So that's completely gone. I do have a drone, but I don't want to fly a drone because there's tons of helicopters up there, and I don't want to damage them and their search and rescue. So this is the campground. And you can see how close they are to the river. And they just went down the river and hit my bridge, which was the first thing that they ran into. And obviously I'm trying to kind of show you where I think the river flowed up to. They, I don't think, suffered from a mudslide. I don't think the nursery there to the top. Right now I'm showing you this bridge. This bridge, I found one of their posts, the railing posts on my property. And the reason I know that is because I went and looked at that bridge before I built the bridge or redid the railing on mine. That's a nursery there. I don't think that I got much at all from them. You know, nurseries, they have little black buckets, and those are lightweight. They probably had any went down the river. Here's that creek I'm pointing out again with the arrow. And now here's the 3D view of the land. And you can see there's no creeks or streams or areas, natural divots where creeks are running down. And I'm wondering, I don't know this, but I'm wondering if it was relevant to what side that, based on the hurricane, what side of the mountain, because this would have been on the west side where the water flowed down. That's a rock outcropping on the eastern side, and we didn't get any mudslides on the eastern side. We only got them on this western side, which I'm kind of showing you now. I'm showing you the creek again. Anyway, hope this kind of shows you where and why the mud flowed down because of the stream over here. Flowed down between those 2 houses, and it was about 10 feet high based on where I could see the flow between the houses, and then onto the road and onto my property, and bring huge logs and stones and boulders and just junk. Not garbage, but like broken off pieces of trees. And anyway, I just thought you'd be interested in this. I'm going to put a link to the other guy's channel so you have an idea of what he's looking at as a geologist. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit unusual, but it's a little bit more informational. And I was interested. That's why I found this other guy. But you can check him out here.